So in terms of rubies, 80%, 80+%, correct me if I'm wrong, 80+% fluoresce. There are some that don't. The best part about it is that synthetic rubies always fluoresce. So what I'm trying to tell you is that whether it fluoresces or not means nothing. It's just something fun to have if you happen to have a fluorescent ruby.
Right.
It's not identification.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay.
One thing about what you were saying, right?
Yeah, and then this one is orange glow too. Yeah. Okay, so eupolite actually glows in ultraviolet light as orange. But to the naked eye, it looks like red eye. How you would have cut the color was on the shelf, yeah?
Oh God.
Yeah, I was like, the rubies all got name on. Okay, a lot of those rubies are not rubies, they're spinels. And it wasn't found until much later when science caught up with things, and then they started testing. Then they found out the red stones they thought were rubies were not rubies. And actually, if you find them in nature, right, the shape of the ruby is different. So if you look, okay, look here. If you look, the spinel is this shape. It's like two pyramids stuck together. I think you know the better term now. I don't know what term this is. Okay, diamonds have a very similar shape, whereas a ruby grows in a six-sided hexagon with a flat top. So if you were to actually see them as raw, you would be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
But if you just see them cut and polished, then they're all red stones. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's so because of that, you tend to find amber in the middle of nowhere. You won't find it where the plates are. If you remember geography, your plate tectonics.
So they're all near the tectonic plates for the
The
gemstones.
gemstones, yes.
Oh no, the beers.
DBS. Oh, there's a track there.
Wait, mine.
Cheap, right?
It's cheap, right? It costs less than a coffee these days. You just need a few.
And then they add mercury, and mercury actually reacts with the gold. It coagulates the gold. Then you end up with a gold slug like that. And then another stage goes through because you have to actually refine. If you think of a diamond solitaire, it's going to be a brilliant cut because it's got the most bling. Okay, and people who buy diamond solitaires want bling. Okay, anyway, so this is how you cut it. It starts with this is the raw diamond, and then they cut it down. Okay. Now the reason why it's the most expensive is because the brilliant cut loses 80+% of the raw stone.
That's a lot.
And you're paying for the original stone. So you are paying like ivory is banned. It's a banned trade.
Right.
There's no buying or selling anymore.
Wait, is that actual ivory?
Yes, that's actual ivory.
Oh, God.
That's very valuable, like poor elephant.
As opposed to a non-actual ivory.
Is that synthetic ivory?
Yes.
Oh.
There has to be synthetic ivory now. It's not sellable.
But are they the same chemically or
No.
Oh.
Simulant. Okay, so when I was a little girl, I still saw ivory being sold. That tells you how old I am, right? Yeah, okay, so this is actually restricted trade now, so you probably won't see it as much. Actually, you go Malaysia now, you don't see it. It's very sad, right?
I actually
Very
wanted to
sad,
get.
right? When the nacre goes around an irritant, it's called a pearl.
Oh, so mother of pearl is shell, but the pearl is the you mentioned the irritant.
Same material.
But they are chemically the same.
Oh.
Came from the same shellfish, you
You
know.
know what they make synthetic? They put like a tiny piece of
There?
like
There?
stone into
Those
the-
two are. So it can be, if you talk about cultivated pearls, not synthetic, because it's actually still a pearl.
Oh, right, the cultivated.
Yeah,
Okay.
cultivated pearls. Okay, the natural pearl, number one, you have to find the right oyster that happens to have a pearl, which is a bit of a problem, right? Okay, cultivated pearls, you already know the oyster's got a pearl because you put something in to irritate the oyster. So it can be a piece of plastic, it can be a piece of resin. In this case, you can see they've used resin balls, right? But I've actually watched a documentary where they use pieces of coral or pieces of shell as irritant. So it really depends on what you want. So if you notice, right, this one, the layer of nacre is a lot thinner. This one's very thin. So this will take less time to create. This will take a little bit more time. This will take the most time.
Oh, it's red.
Like purplish.
Purplish.
So blue, purple. And cool. So yeah, different crystals do different things. It's quite fun.
A lot, man. Yeah, I thought it's like
No,
nine.
this is fragile.
It,
The Star of David. So Kanda only had the museum and the TKB, the things we spoke. And then elsewhere had our institute and our lab. So since we moved here, everybody's under one roof. So all 6 companies are here. Yeah, we have a wholesale, we have a lab, we have an institute, we have the museum and the museum shop, and King's Bespoke.
My God.
all owned by Kumi.
The Gem Capital.
The Gem Capital.
Okay, so we have a lot more specimens along the wall, and we actually conduct online classes as well with us. So
Okay, wow.
oh, what are you doing? Hey, got class tonight. Got class tonight. Yep. This Hui Ying.
Hello.
Have you met her? Coming.
See a camera?
Yes.
She's
Small camera.
she's Coming's wife.
Oh, I think we saw her in
Oh.
They came to Kandahar one time. I remember spending a lot of time with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Adrina, yes, correct. They are your cousins.
Really? Okay.
It's a very nice desk piece.
Can wow your guests.
Huh?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.